Hey Soup, it's Claytano. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of your guys' support from my last video. And to be honest, I actually had a whole video, or not a video, but like a script typed up, like a rant. And I was going to make another video in response to my last video. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I already said enough. However, the reason why I was about to do that was because people that were commenting were really not getting my point and what I was trying to say, and I thought I should make myself clear. But you know what, I thought it doesn't matter, it is what it is. If you guys, everybody's gonna have their own opinions and you guys are entitled to it, so it is what it is. So I thought, you know what, I want to make the video that I was going to make instead of the last video that I made, because I don't like posting stuff like that. I really don't. I think it's not super productive, but at the same time I feel like it does need to be heard sometimes. But like I said, it is what it is. Water on the bridge. Let's move forward and hope that some things change in Arena, and that's all I gotta say. But let's do this. What do I call it? Top Arena defenses and why they work. First off, we're not really in the top, so let's farm up a little bit and get to the top real quick. This Arena defense, we could talk about it a little bit along the way. This one here, Theomar's, in my opinion, isn't really G3 quality these days. He doesn't provide a whole lot of utility. If he would have violent proc, he would have killed my Galleon, which could have been, a bad news. But 9 times out of 10, he's not actually gonna, focus my Galleon. He's not gonna focus one monster the whole time. But it does happen. Now that is random, and I don't think you guys should really build an arena defense based off of Theomar's. I think Theomar's is really useful in certain areas of the game. Arena, when you're first starting out, yes, he is great. He's a huge damage dealer. He's got nice utility. He's got a defense break. He's got dots. He's pretty survivable with his passive, and he's awesome. But for those of you that are looking to kind of break into the G2, G3 arena, I would recommend trying to steer a little bit clear of Theomar's. Even Chloe, in my opinion, isn't really G3 quality. There's times where she can be useful if she's paired with a really good, really good other three monsters, but she's really just not cut out for it these days. She used to be very viable, but not anymore. A lot of people do have the buff strippers all built to counter her and things like that, so definitely keep that in mind. A guildmate of mine, Scat Fetus, like 20 legend finishes, he actually made a Reddit post about how they're not super viable these days, but you see that how there's a lot of them out there still, even in G2 rankings. But keep in mind, it is Friday night, or it's Saturday now, I guess, so there's only one more day till the arena ends. But she's there, or he's there, or whatever it is. It's still there, and it could still potentially kill my team right now, but the likelihood of it happening is not crazy. So if you are somebody that is G1, G2 trying to break into G3, I recommend trying to get away from Theomar's. Again, like I said though, for people that are like fighter, conqueror level, Theomar's is definitely a good option. So don't get me wrong on that. I do understand that I've been posting a lot of stuff lately for high-end G3 meta, like most stuff that's not going to help everybody out, but I do want to try to try to gear my videos to be able to help more than just the higher end players, because if I don't help out the the Conqueror and the Fighter players, how are they ever going to get to G3? So I do want to try to explain myself a little bit more in terms of each rank's mindset and what you guys should be thinking of. A lot of my top 10 worst Nat 5 stars was based on current G3 meta. However, that list has changed extremely. It is no longer that. I mean, Charlotte, definitely not on there. Rika, definitely not on there. Annabelle, I haven't spoke about the Annabelle buff just yet. I feel like they didn't fix her correctly, in my opinion. So that wasn't good. I could probably lose this pretty easily. Anyway, I feel like they didn't fix her correctly. I think they needed to, well, actually I know they needed to make her heal off of HP. And I know everybody was thinking pretty much the same thing as well. Yeah, she's better than what she used to be. Is she still on the bottom top 5 list? No, I don't think so. I think she's made her way off of the bottom Nat 5 list. But still, they didn't do what they should have done, and now for them to do that later on, I think it's going to make it a little bit too unbalanced, because if she has those buffs now, and she has her heal based off of HP instead of attack, like now she has buffs on top of what's supposed to be fixing her. So it's going to be interesting to see if they fix her even more, or if they're just going to leave her the way she is now. And don't mind my cat scratching in the litter box. Just ignore that right now. So what else do we want to talk about? So pretty much it looks like almost every single arena defense that I've fought has had Theomars in it, this whole list that I had. So definitely interesting topic to talk about, and then to see it kind of in action right away. I don't know. But let's talk a little bit about my arena offense, because I do switch it up from time to time. Don't see my arena list here and like, oh, he uses Rena solo against everybody. No, don't look at that, because I don't do that. Damn, cat. Holy shit. Are you quite done? Are you quite done? You're scratching the wall. You're not even scratching. You're not even covering anything. You're scratching the fucking wall. God. Okay, so Tishy Mittens. This is a really, really good defense for you guys to see. Okay. Member of AV. Okay, this is completely unbiased. I know, like, my last video is like not really heavily in love with AV members, but when there's somebody to recognize, I recognize. So Tishy Mittens, this arena defense isn't really that hard to replicate, right? As far as monsters are concerned, of course. So Vermos, Orion, Chaesoon, and Perna, okay? What makes this work is that it's not going to get double lutioned, because Perna's tough to get double lutioned. Also, he has really, really good runes on both of his Vermos and his Chaesoon, and he has Orion as well, which is kind of, a bitch sometimes, and it could make things hard depending on whether he procs or not, but most of the time he's going to proc. But monster-wise, it's good. And Tishy Mittens finishes very well. Typically, I see Tishy in like, high G2 arena for the most part finishing. I'm not sure if he's finished G3 with this arena defense lately, but it's definitely something that's working without having those crazy nat 5s. But Perna can be replaced. Perna can definitely be replaced, mainly by a fire monster like Kumar. Juno probably works as well. But so as far as replacing Perna, you can replace him with a couple other types of monsters, mainly a fire monster because you want to have a little bit of more protection against Lucians. For me, I actually do have a little bit of a hard time beating this. If I try to go before him, I get interrupted by Orion, and if I try to go after him, there is a huge possibility that Vermos is going to take like half of Tosi's life, and then Perna sees that opportunity. Instead of attacking Triton, he likes to attack my Tosi instead, which is really interesting that happens. But I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys how it works. And to be honest with you guys, I don't lose arena offenses very often. I'm going to lose this one though because look at how much damage that does. It's intense. It is so intense how much damage that does. This guy right here, that's what I'm talking about. I want to show you guys his runes afterwards though, after I lose this match right now. What do I want to do? Because there's a possibility. I think I need to do that. I should probably kill Orion with this, hopefully. No. And I didn't even proc my AoE, so I'm fucked. And he's gonna proc a million times. No. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Need to die. Nope. Too fucking tanky. Too tanky. Oh, God. Alright. So you see how that worked. That fucking Vermos is ridiculous. Okay? I need to show you guys. Okay, so first of all, that was my second loss this week. I've lost 2 times the week before and 4 times the week before that. Okay, so I don't lose very often. Just putting that out there. So for all of that to happen, it doesn't happen very often, and I do want to try again because I want to see if I can beat it. But look at how amazing his runes are for this type of AD to work. This has 30,000 HP, but at the same time it has 214 speed, and apparently it liked to crit because it crit on me a whole bunch, and that was intense. But it's ridiculous, right? I mean, to be honest, I've seen better, but this is a ridiculous Vermos, okay? But also now, look at his Chaesoon. 118 speed, but at the same time he's got 34,000, 35,000 HP on it, and I got my arena defense speed, but whatever. So 218 speed on this with that much HP and that much defense, it's insane. Resistance, look at that Bionemesis, ridiculous, right? Okay. And then next you have this Perna. That is a heavy as fuck Perna. 100% crit, 148% crit damage. But then you also got 25,000 HP. And not a slug either. About 82 speed, 182 speed. And then you have this Orion, that's 186. Okay. crazy fast. Plus he's got HP as well, so it's not like it's anything to you know, take lightly either. He's got crazy runes. With that being said though, he still only finishes G2 for the most part. I do want to try it again though, so let's see. Let's try again, and we'll see what happens, just for fun. Most of the time, I don't lose twice in a row. Okay, so this time Orion didn't kill him, or didn't remove a buff. This time, none of my people died the first round, so most likely, this is gonna be a win. Now, is it 100%? No, because I can get 100% resisted for Galleon, and that would be it. So we'll see. Nah. So we should be okay. Let's try. He didn't get resisted, so that's good. Orion didn't proc, so it's pretty much game over from here. But you could see how it's like up to RNG for this defense, even with as good of runes as it has. But it's makeable, to be honest. A lot of people can replicate the monsters for this. Almost everybody has Vermos. If you don't, get one. Almost everybody has Chase Soon. If you don't, you can replace it with like Bella or something like that that's farmable. It's not going to be as good, but it's the basic idea. Let's take a look at Aldrich. Aldrich is easily a G3 player all the time. He has right now this defense up, which is a little bit interesting to me. I keep telling Aldrich all the time that he needs to get rid of his Pernas. He is so set on Pernas, man. He's like Pernation. He's like How to Train Your Perna. He's got 4 or 5 or 6 of them now or something like that. And I don't think he's a legend contender, but he, for one, hasn't woken up on time for any of the last like 3 months of arena resets. So he needs to get on that. But then also he, for whatever reason, he just can't seem to get legend. He's always gotten like rank 2 and just can't seem to lock it down for legend rank. So definitely hope to see him grab one sooner or later. But I think he needs to remove Perna. For the monsters that he has, he doesn't need Perna. He doesn't need Perna. My opinion, though. Aldrich, if you watch this, I mean, you know I love you. It's okay. But this defense, it could work against a lot of people. I think the reason why it didn't work was because the Orion didn't remove any buffs from me. So that's the main thing. If Orion moved buffs and put defense break, it could have been a whole nother story. But a lot of people don't have accuracy on their Orion. For me, I actually have accuracy slot 6 on my Orion, and I make sure that he's on will. But that's just my opinion on that. But anyway, as far as my defense is concerned right now, I've been switching it up. I don't put my main arena defense on during the week because I typically use my Vermos and a few other people. I'll show you. I don't know if I want to show you guys the runes for my Vermos because it's kind of top secret, but we'll do it because I want to help you guys out. So I just want to give you guys more options on how to build Vermos. So this is how he's built. Right, he's got about 32,000 HPs. I don't know, whatever, something like that. 32,000 HP and 74 speed. Okay, but the kicker for my Vermos is that it's will nemesis. It's also HP. This one's a freaking 5-star rune, which pisses me off because I can't get a Nemesis 4 slot or Will 4 slot to use instead. And I just checked and I thought maybe she had one, but she doesn't. So it is what it is though. So I've been farming some Necro, trying to get this all switched over so that way I can have some more HP on that. But this is kind of like the Lucian trap for the most part, because he's got 52% accuracy. He's gonna not only be able to withstand the first hit because I use him as leader, so typically, unless your Lucian's doing 13k per card, most likely you're not going to kill him. Has it happened? Yeah, it's happened before where people single Lucian and just wreck him, but that's only like top 10 players in the game that have those kind of Lucians that can do that specific damage. But once he survives that first Lucian, then he procs Nemesis, stuns full team, gives the rest of my team a chance to go, and then by that time, you know, my Juno can get a turn off, and then whoever else I have with them can typically finish out the team, and that's why I get some good defense successfuls on that. But I don't really want to make the video too long. I know that in my past I made these AD videos probably like an hour long or something like that, but I want to keep these a little bit quicker, maybe do 1 or 2 arena defenses, talk a little bit about them, and just kind of leave it at that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to do more of these, obviously post in the comments. And no, because I'm gonna do more of these. I want to do at least one of these a week where I talk about arena and just focus on arena, and because that's the main part of the game. It's Summoners War Sky Arena. It's my favorite part of the game. Like I have Guild Wars up right now that I could do against the Pollen, but I mean nobody likes Guild. I'm just kidding. People like Guild Wars. Maybe I'll do one day a week I'll do arena, and one day a week I'll do Guild Wars. But anyway, this is just pointless babbling from now on. But thank you guys, appreciate it, love you, and stay soupy. Bye bye.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. If you want to see my previous video, you can click on the link or visit me on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, I just started making t-shirts, so check out my website at www.claytano.com to see all of my gamer-inspired apparel. And as always, stay soupy and don't be a potato.